Alright everyone, I am in Bend, Oregon. We're here for a couple days, going to take a quick look. In case you're wondering about the name of the city, well, it's right here. It's not complicated. It's named after the bend in this river, the Deschutes River. When the city was founded, or it was founded here, let's say, to be more clear, because this spot in the river was the easiest to cross. And so, well, they named it Bend. Actually, it started out as Farewell Bend. Then they shortened it to Bend, which is probably a good idea because Farewell Bend sounds pretty ominous, doesn't it? There's some beautiful houses over there. But this side of town is where downtown Bend is. How about that big tree? Am I right? There are lots of them here. That makes sense because this town was founded as a lumber town, a logging town. In the late 1800s, early 1900s. Grew from there. When the railroad came to town in the early 1900s, the town really exploded in growth and prosperity. And all the way into 1920s, 1930s. Then it kind of faded away and the city calmed down a bit. But then, late 1900s, the tourists discovered the area, and that is today by far the biggest industry. And as a result, the town has exploded in growth. Here, look at these numbers. 1990, there were 20,000 people here. 30 years later, almost 100,000 in 2020. Today, there are 103,000. Yeah, so the city is growing like crazy. The outdoor activities that are big here, pretty much all of them. Mountain biking, fishing, hiking, camping, rock climbing, whitewater rafting, skiing, paragliding, and golf. Let me give you a look at the downtown here. It's beautiful. But that is not all that the city, or the only thing the city is famous for. There's one other thing the city is got, or it's something the city has that no other city has. You guys want to see it? All right, here it is. All right, so this is it. Blockbuster video. This is the last open and operating Blockbuster left in the world. Documentary's been made about it. Newspaper articles have been written. Here it is. Let's check it out. Might have to give me one of those. But other than that, looks like a Blockbuster, doesn't it?
It's concerning.
Just like we used to go to all the time.
Of your actors have a win.
How awesome.
In 10 minutes.
Sure is. They got all kinds of nice little goofy things in here. I'm gonna have to pick up a few things. Give them out as gifts. Pretty awesome, huh? Well, alright, I'm back downtown. It was cool to visit that Blockbuster. I've seen the documentary and read the articles. It's pretty wild. But let's see, how about some of the hard numbers of the town? I already gave you population, and you know it's growing fast. Median age is 41, tad higher than the US at 39. Gender breakdown, 51 female, 49 male. So that's pretty normal. Here is the ethnic breakdown. 82% white, 10% Hispanic, 1% Asian, 6% mixed race. Incomes. And you ready for this? Median household income, $88,500 a year. That's some pretty serious money. That's $1,700 a week. But this is the thing, you're going to need that money to live here, because here's the cost of living. It is a 133. I mean, that's California numbers. Let's see. The only thing lower is utilities, 4% lower. Housing, 201. That's over twice higher, the housing here, than the U.S. So, yeah, median home value. Here it is. $709,100. Median home value. Whoa. That is a lot of money for a house. Pretty safe to say that this is a pretty well off town. And poverty numbers support it. Here they are. 8.4% overall. School-age children, 11%. Folks 65 and older, 8%. So surely there must be something wrong with this town, right? How about crime? Is crime bad? It's got to be crime. Nope. Crime is pretty low. 1737 per 100K. That compares to 2324 for the U.S. So crime here is quite a bit lower. Violent crime, very low. 151 per 100K. 151 violent crimes compared to the U.S. of 370. So that's less than half. It's mostly property crimes here. 1586 per 100K, which is still lower than the U.S. 1954. Anyway, we're coming upon this Pine Tavern restaurant. It is an institution here. I want to say, is it 1936 that it's been open and operating? So I'm thinking, yeah, this is where Nicole and I will come and have dinner. I mean, we got to, right? We got to come to this place right here. This is the H.P. Smith Pioneer Hardware Store. It says Lone Crow Bungalow now, but this was built in 1909 on the National Register. It was built by a guy named Nicholas Smith. He built his living quarters above the store, and of course his hardware store below. He sold all kinds of goods. This is what they call Western false front architecture. It's pretty rare. You've seen it before. If you watch an old Wild West movie and you see these towns kind of out in the plains or in the desert, that's the architectural style. But of course those are always sets built. An actual building with this architecture is pretty rare to find these days. Yeah, here's the sign. It's a welcome sight and bin. Supplies had to be brought in from Shanico by stagecoach. Quick to spot a trend, Smith was the first to sell gasoline to the increasing number of automobile owners. How about that? The oldest wooden buildings still left standing in downtown Bend. Yeah, this is a really unique building. Any great city worth its salt has got a great old theater. Bend is no exception. This is the Tower Theater, built in 1940. It was a movie house, but of course multiplexes very nearly, or pretty much put it out of business by the early 1990s. And from what I understand, it was close to being demolished. That's beautiful. But some local citizens smartly saved the building, and today it is for live theater. And from what I understand, it has state-of-the-art sound and lighting equipment inside it. Well, I'm walking down a little side street here in downtown. It's not huge. The downtown, it seems, or it feels small for being the city the size that it is. They call this Gasoline Alley. Anyway, yeah, because as I told you, there's over 100,000 people in the city. There's 260,000 in the metro, so that's a good sized town. And I was reading on Reddit and some of the YouTube videos that the people say it feels like a small town, not a good sized city. That being said, outside of downtown, the traffic is pretty rough. It's very busy. A couple other things, though, about the town. This is one of 3 towns in the United States that has a volcano within its city limits. And let's see, Portland, Oregon, and Jackson, Mississippi are the other 2. Yeah, this is a 2nd Street in downtown. A lot of new buildings mixed in here with the old. But they did a good job of making them look like they fit. Very well planned city. So back to that volcano. Yeah, it's called Pilot Butte. And we actually drove by it. It just looks like a big cone in the ground, a big hill. But still, it's pretty cool. It may surprise you to know this, but Bend is actually in a desert. I don't think most people, myself included, know that a significant part of Oregon is desert, and Bend is in it. They have very little rainfall here, around a foot a year, 12 inches a year. And well, driving into town, you really see it. It looks like a desert. There's a lot of scrub, hardly any trees in some of the areas we drove through. So I found that interesting. A little bit of artwork here. Looks like birds, doesn't it? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Well, I found this alley here. A little bit of artwork. And it is a real alley. But they have seating out here. Now that is different, isn't it? Well, I guess if you needed some seating for overflow, this is a good way to do that. It's kind of crazy though, isn't it? I kind of like it. Seating in the alley. Huh. And the Rolling Stones music fits really well, doesn't it? This is the Old Mill District. Thought I'd give you a quick look at it. What it is a couple of old lumber mills that had been abandoned and just sitting empty. And so the city wisely has repurposed it into an entertainment district that is thriving and quite busy. So yeah, here's well, just like I said, a quick look at it. Looks real nice, doesn't it? Well, let's see, I'm a block or 2 out of downtown in an area called Old Bend. Old Bend, so that probably means old houses. And that's what we like to look at. Let's check out the neighborhood here near downtown. You know, everywhere I go, I'm just seeing great looking, interesting houses. In this Old Bend neighborhood. These are great, aren't they? Let you look at that one. Awesome. Had to get a good look at this house. Isn't that awesome? I'm totally digging the houses in this town. What a great neighborhood. And these trees. Let's see, I saw a house for sale up here. Let's go get the address. When you guys can look it up. As I drive through the neighborhoods, the houses are getting bigger. Wow. Yeah, you're seeing the high incomes here, at least in these neighborhoods. Alright, so here's the house. It's on 605 Congress. Here in Bend. Yeah, for sale. It looks small in the front, but the back of it is much bigger. Man, how much do you think that house costs? Somebody find out. I bet it's up there. Okay, as promised, we are at Pine Tavern Inn. Institution here in Bend. Open since 1936. That's 88 years, right? We are going to sit at the bar. Here, sit on this side. That's right. And see what their food is. So here's the menu. We're going to have spicy steak bites as an appetizer. And then I'm going to have the Oregon hazelnut encrusted mahi. And Nicole is having the seared Columbia River steelhead. We're both going to have fish. Yeah. Let's hope it's good.
I don't get to say what I'm doing anymore?
What? Oh, you talk plenty.
Oh, no I don't. You talk too much.
So this is the appetizer we ordered. It is spicy steak bites. It's got a mushroom medley mixed in with the steak. And herb and roasted garlic aioli. With a grilled baguette.
I see some onions on there. It's good. Chives on the top.
It does smell good. All right, let's check it out. What do you think, huh?
It's very good. I like the appetizer. I love the sauce and the onions and the mushrooms. It's all very, very good.
And the meat's really tender.
I don't think of myself as a person who likes sauce on my steak, but I really like that.
It's got a tiny bit of a bite to it too, doesn't it?
That's why it's called spicy.
Oh, is it? Oh, you're right. It was called a spicy. Duh. Okay. Yeah, it is really good. Our entrees are here. I've got the Oregon hazelnut encrusted mahi. Looks good, huh? With asparagus and mashed potatoes. And I don't know. Oh, Bière Blanc sauce. Bière Blanc. Blanc. Okay. And you've got.
I got steelhead. With the same sauce.
Yeah, Bière Blanc, mashed potatoes.
You're supposed to have asparagus, but it's okay.
Yeah, you're having a salad instead of asparagus, right?
Yep. Yes, I am.
Yeah, Nicole doesn't like asparagus, so she ordered a salad instead. So here's the verdict on the food. This asparagus is maybe the best I've ever had.
You're not overselling it at all?
No. If I would change anything, it would be more of this Bière Blanc. A little bit more of that sauce. The mahi is incredible. With the hazelnuts, perfect. And these mashed potatoes are fresh made, you can tell. I mean, they taste like they were just made. It's fantastic. How's your salad?
My salad is really, really good. The craisins are really yummy. I love those. And the tomatoes are amazing. My fish, my steelhead's very, very good. I like it. And I like the Bière Blanc sauce as well. It's yummy. And of course, the potatoes are amazing. I'm concentrating more on the salad right now. I haven't gotten very far, but so far what I've tasted was really yummy.
Well, there it is, guys. The food's really good.
We're about to have dessert. It looks yummy. We're having a 3-berry crumble. It's strawberry, blackberry, and raspberry compote with a cookie crumble on top and vanilla ice cream.
Looks good. Let's jump in.
Yep. All right, here's the verdict. The berry compote is really good, nice and sweet, but not too sweet. It's nice and warm. And the cookies give it like a little bit of crunch to it. And of course, the ice cream is yummy because it's all melting on top and it's delicious.
It is fantastic. All right, guys, here's the tab, $132.75. Nicole noticed, and I see it too. Well, there's no tax, like you said.
Yeah, there's no tax at all. It's a trip.
I guess they charge tax somewhere. They must include the tax already in the price. Anyway, yeah, $132.75. So, yeah, we are in Bend. Bend is expensive. And the restaurants are expensive as well. But you know what? The food was excellent. The food was excellent.
It's very good.
Yeah. All right, everyone, that's the end of this video. We are heading to Salem next. So we will see you there.
Bye.